Hi everybody, I'm Corey, the Dungeon Master for Opportunity Roll. I just want to say thank you for coming back to episode 49. We hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really puts our name out there for those who haven't heard of us. We might come across their screen thanks to you. Enjoy the episode. Hi everybody, I'm Corey, I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm here with the new Group 1. Say hi everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
So Group 1, we have Aeson, Goldhand, we have Maggie, McCullen, and Charity DeBella. So that's who's going to be on Group 1, but let's go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Let's go ahead and start with Charity.
Hi, I'm I'm Winter, and I play Charity, the Tiefling Cleric.
She just came into one with Charity.
Yes, we are now one.
Maggie.
Hi, I'm Red and/or Etta, and I play Maggie, the human bard of glamour.
Aeson.
Hi, I'm Maxwell, otherwise known as Aeson Goldhand, the half-elf fighter cavalier.
So last time we left off, you guys had just had the ceremony. A lot of things have happened. You guys have gained items, you guys have gained money, you guys have gained reputation, engagements. You guys have had enough to drink, had bad news and good news, mostly bad news, really.
Yeah.
It's just been one thing after the other, and now, there's a bit of a situation. Maggie's mother is sick, from what you guys hear. She's an heiress. She needs a cure. She's, but yeah. So you guys, I'm going to start you up kind of the next morning after everything that's happened. I'm sure you guys have wanted to rest, get some relaxation, and just kind of breathe, because it's been one thing after the other, one giant race. From where you were getting to Krokka, and it's finally like nobody's in danger, nothing's gonna happen. We just need to breathe and then think on our next plan at this point, because really rushing out isn't gonna do much, especially considering we still don't know what the other ingredients for that cure is. We have one, but yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll start it up this morning. Everybody's waking up. You guys are in kind of like you guys are staying in the Giant's Toe Inn. It's being renamed and refurbished, of course. You guys remember at least a little bit of much of that. At this point, what would you guys like to do?
Well, Aeson will, as normal, wake up pretty early, get up, walk around, get his clothes on, get ready for the day. He's still tired. That was a very intense fight, took a lot out of him. And like you said, it's been a few weeks. They've been going nonstop. So, he'll get up. I'm guessing Maggie probably still sleeping.
Oh yeah, she's conked out. She's yeah.
He'll lean down and give her a little kiss on her forehead before he leaves. And he's going to go out, look around, see if there's anybody he can't help out. If he can't find anybody to help, come back in and wait for the rest of people to come down. He needs to get to know Charity more, and he saw the youngish boy that tags along with them, so, he wants to get to know him too.
Okay. Charity? Because this is your hometown at this point.
Yeah. When Charity gets up, probably the first thing she'd do would be to pull out one of the sending letters. And she wants to write a letter to Everett after everything that's happened.
Okay. And I believe you sent me a copy of that earlier.
I did.
Do you want to read it out, or do you want to keep that kind of like a secret?
Let's keep it a secret.
So you'll kind of write that up. You'll fold it into what shape would you like?
She wants to fold it into a butterfly.
Oh.
Give me Give me a quick dex check. Let's see. It's a 15. It's actually a fairly decent butterfly. It was a taking to try to figure it out at first because it's new, but yeah, no problem. You got that done.
So this is love. So this is. I'm sorry.
And she'll also attach a second sending letter with it so that he can send one back if he wants.
Okay.
He better.
All right. And then I'm sure you'd probably head to your window and
Yeah, well, she'll get dressed quickly and leave the inn. Then send it because she wants to go say hi to everyone in the church properly.
Okay. So she'll come downstairs. She's got her armor and all of her stuff on. She'll turn around and kind of flick the paper out, kind of like you would be like to like flip a paper airplane. For a second, it'll look like it's about to pretty much fall, and then just randomly it'll start to like flap and move, and you'll see it kind of animate as it picks up a lot of air and moves off and out. It kind of flutters around, so it's hard to really tell in what general direction it's going, but you can be sure with the enchantment that it has on it, it will get to its destination. After that, you said you're heading to the church?
Yes, she wants to go see if there's anything she can do to help out before they move on.
Okay. So outside of the church, you'll notice a couple of the people that are usually there, other people who worship and have kind of most of their life lived at the church here for Aphrodite. Another person that you'll notice his name is Gregory. He's been he's newer, but he's met you just before you left. He seems to be the only person who's not busy. Between helping out with repairs and repairing what little bit of damage did come to the church, a little bit of roofing issues, and a crack in one of the walls, they've been kind of trying to repair the most. Everybody seems to be either helping out around town or kind of dealing with the dead. Unfortunately, you guys had noticed that there were unfortunately deaths during this, and an influx of people like that. It's going to take them a while to get through and bury all of them.
All right. She'll walk up to him with a smile. Just hello.
Hello.
It's
Oh,
nice.
Charity.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah, I thought you'd be resting after that.
Well, lots of things on my mind, and there's lots of work to do. That's what I came here. I wanted to see if there's anything I could do to help.
If you would want to help people repair their homes or work with construction, you can feel free. I mean, at this point, they're mostly preparing the deads inside. That's where the high priest is. And there's plenty to do, but nothing that would specifically require your help. It's just if you wish.
All right. I'll go see if there's anywhere in town that needs particular help.
He'll nod.
Then she'll turn and start walking through town.
All right. Give me a quick perception check. No, do me an investigation because you're kind of going through town and questioning, looking around. That's an 18. There is a home just a block away, not even a block away, about a half block away from where you guys had fought. Their roof has caved in and they're trying to kind of pull pieces of what they can salvage out of the house. After that, they're just planning on apparently scrapping the house from the way they're talking. The father's kind of like pulling out wood and saying, he's a piece of frickin' shit. and he's like just throwing it off to the side, trying to get close to anything that he can grip. That I think at one point he pulled out one of his shirts and shook it off, threw it to the side.
She'll walk over and just tap him on the shoulder gently.
Okay. I mean, he'll look over, and for kind of like a split second, there'll be like a holy shit, and then he'll kind of look, hi.
Hi. I've been looking around town to see if anyone needs any help.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, it's not like life or death, but we have items in the house that we're trying to get out. If you don't have to heal anybody or do anything. And he'll look down to the Aphrodite symbol that you have on your hammer, I'm sure.
She'll just smile and say, I was sent around town to help other people.
Ah. Okay, well, yeah, then I'd be happy to get some help.
So what are we looking for?
Anything that survived. Clothing, toys, bowls, cups, beds, dressers. Anything that we can pull out that survived.
She'll nod and then start pushing rubble, sorting through the rubble and pushing it out of the way to try to find anything.
Okay. Give me another investigation check, and while you guys are working on that, we'll split back to Aeson and Maggie.
Well, I mean, at this point, Aeson's outside looking to help. He knows better than to wake Maggie up when she's sleeping.
Okay.
Smart.
By the way, nice 18 investigation.
Whoop whoop.
So he had the same idea as Charity, to go out and see if anybody needed help.
I will say this, Aeson, they seem to need help, but if you were to go up and ask anyone, they would firmly, politely say that they appreciate it, but no.
Even if he was in common clothes?
Yes. I mean, there was a big spectacle in front of the entire town. I don't think there's any laying low at this point.
He'll be dejected about it.
I mean, of course, they are being very polite, but it's very obvious.
He'll still be dejected about it.
Yeah.
He wants to help.
Of course.
I guess then he'll go see what Dan Brimsworth is up to.
Upon heading over to the Royal District, you'll be pleased to kind of see a familiar face in agony. Well, kind of agony. The actor that you had met earlier, this flashy gentleman with just this foul personality, it seemed.
Van Duskin,
yes. He's actually he's having some words with Dan's Brimworth in his literal yard. And he's just like, how could you be the frickin' king? And Dan is just standing there, arms crossed, just nodding. Yep, I understand. Yes, right, yes. And like he's listening, but he's not.
Yeah, exactly. So Aeson will come up to the spectacle and put a hand on Van Duskin's shoulder because he's a man of the people.
I'm sure that after he saw you kind of walking up, clearly his presence will change. He'll kind of straighten himself up. He'll fix his lapel. Yes. Anyway, as I was saying, Dan, congratulations, and I'll see you later. And with that, he'll kind of flick the cape as he does one of those dramatic turnaways.
Jesus Christ.
Aeson will give Dan an eye roll.
Dan will actually return that, very, and then he'll chuckle, and then out of his crossed arms, he'll kind of uncross them, and you'll notice that in the hand farthest from you was actually holding a chicken leg, and he'll kind of take a bite out of that.
Is that the fried chicken I see, Mr. Brimsworth? Or should I say, my lord?
Aye, yes. Hard to get through them. This was his accent, correct?
Yeah, something along those lines. Maybe a bit more jolly.
Hey, yeah,
There you go.
yeah. There we go.
Might you have any more?
Plenty. Inside. Let me get you some more. Come on in.
Aeson will nod and follow him in.
He'll open up the door, and he'll kick some laced boots kind of from the front door and kind of down this long corridor. You better come and pick up your frickin' shoes, boy, or next time you'll find them in the dumpster. And he'll walk in to the left room, leading into that lovely kitchen that you had seen before. And he'll pull up two stools to the large kind of table in the center of the room. So, what can I partake in this visit?
Oh, I just wanted to come and congratulate you. I heard the news. I spoke with my father before I had found out, and I told him that when I heard Krokka was becoming its own independent kingdom, I told him my vote was for you to be the ruler of it. And he told me that was already the case, so I came to congratulate you.
Aye, he said he had been looking at it for a few while. He said he was going to talk to Princess Tepenta, but well, nobody's found her.
What do you mean?
Well, Lady Tepenta's just disappeared.
That doesn't sound good.
No later. Nothing.
This troubles me greatly. I spoke to her just before the event, and
Well, I put the town guards on it, so hopefully we'll get some news soon.
well, either way, congratulations. Even with Madame Tepenta here, I had my hat in your ring.
Thank you. Oh, wife's angry though.
How could she be angry?
Because she said it's going to take me. You're always going to be at work, Dan. You never have time for me, Dan.
There's always
No.
the nights.
He'll chuckle. I told her, I'll take a day off work once a week, and we'll go out and do dinner and have time with the children, and I'll make time. Just because you got to rule a kingdom, it doesn't mean that you can't be, I can't be a father or anything like that. I mean,
Exactly.
you know that.
I do. I hadn't seen my love in very nearly 2 years, and we just met up again. So it's wonderful. It could always be worse. Remember that.
Well, I just meant because you grew up with your father and all. I'm sure he had plenty of time. Well, probably not like a load of time, but
He always found the time.
Yeah. Well, we also signed the treaty, so Krokka is part of the treaty between Eris Truma and Graydon. So.
Well, we shall have to make sure that treaty stays strong.
Aye, yeah. That is very true, yes. Which is why, apparently, the king has asked a favour of me and my boy.
And what would that be?
Well, Talkins down over at Truma says, the king passed away.
The King of Truma.
Yes. He was attacked by a werewolf.
Oh no.
Aeson's eyes will go a little wide. Probably not a normal thing, right? Werewolf attacks, especially
no.
upon nobility.
No. Well, I mean, so Truma has had issues with werewolves in the past, right? And as of recently, you've been hearing more and more kind of whispers from before you left that Truma is getting more and more dangerous. things are going out of their territory. They're acting strange, suspicious, and odd. And up until now, that you've known that Truma has been seeing werewolves on like the edge of their territory, but you've been away from court for a while.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah,
and I didn't pay much attention when I was in it in the first place.
Which is fair enough.
That's not good. Any news on who the successor might be?
Well, with the way the death was, it's not great, I tell you that much. So, I got the king, and the queen, and the oldest son, left the youngest daughter.
The whole line.
Mostly. Yes. And you know Truma, their family has been royal since the moment they were birthed.
Mm.
No, there's another kingdom looking to... Well, not a kingdom, there's another royal looking to take the throne, which would take them off their royalty, throw them back down to the commoners. So, the king has pleaded to me to enforce the royal kingdom of Truma by marrying my boy off to their girl.
And how do you feel about that?
I feel he's a little young. I do.
I would agree.
I mean, the boy isn't but, 6, 7 winters old.
It's not even chest high yet.
Well,
and that's an awful lot of responsibility for someone of that age. I mean, it's an awful lot of stuff.
I can't even get the freaking boy to put his shoes away, let alone run a country.
It's an awful lot of... It's something that's difficult for someone your age or even mine. I can't imagine what it would be like on the child. Marrying your boy into Truma. Well, there is one good side of that, which could be that it helps keep stability that the country may need. Well, an overthrow of one family to another could be very, very bad.
Maybe.
But in the end, it is up to you.
One thing's for sure, that place is getting even more dangerous. That place is... Well, I mean, that's the kingdom. Could you imagine what the other towns around it are like? I mean, that's not... Think about Abbey, that's not thinking about, Salute or Brevet. That's... it's putting a real question. I mean, Eris is already on the neck of whatever it's at. They've got no water, no food. They're getting mad.
Times are dire, and we need to find out what's causing these dire times.
Now, I'm not saying I'm a believer of end times, but gosh darn it is sure starting to look like it, ain't it?
Unfortunately, yes, but something needs to be done about this, because if this keeps happening the way it does, we're going to have wars against our brothers and our sisters and our family. I don't want to see that.
Nobody does. But things don't change. Did you know that even that sheer sight of sending troops over to Dalesville, Eris is probably... They're losing their mind. Eris is still mad at Graydon even though they sent troops. They got word just the other day and sent out a message.
It's an unfortunate state of events. And I think I might be heading over there as well. Maybe I can talk some sense.
To Eris?
It's looking like I might have to.
Well, just be careful. In
I
a lot
will.
of places you might be prince, but you might also be a target.
I realize that, but someone very important to me is sick in Eris.
Aye. Well, and he'll throw a he'll throw a turkey leg in there and close the lid.
And Aeson will take a piece of chicken if any's prepared and start munching on it. I gotta get away from here, Dan. You're gonna put some of the pounds on me that I don't want with this chicken. It's
Well,
so
I'll tell
good.
you what. When you're finally king over your brother, you come here at any point. I'll make you any you like.
I'll have to bring you graded as well.
And remember, you don't have to think of this place as the courts. This was a city, a large city first and foremost. So, you know.
If I thought of it of the courts, I wouldn't be coming here and talking to you, Dan. The
Yeah,
courts tire me.
Yeah.
But I must go, and I must see how everyone else is doing. Think on your boy. Think about what's best for him, but also what might be best for Talalia. But in the end, it's about what's best for your boy. Family comes first.
We'll see.
Aeson will give up and put a comforting hand on his shoulder, give it a squeeze, and then give a bow as he leaves. I'll leave you to your lording, and he'll give a wink and then walk out.
All right. Do we want to pan over to the inn for Maggie, or would we like to head back to Charity?
Maggie would finally wake up after a while. I'll be honest. She wants to sleep in, but she knows better that, because I think she'd wake up a little bit and realize Aeson's out of bed, so she realizes, yeah, it's probably time to get up. So she would probably grumble and get up and put on some regular clothing, her usual get up, and then she would go downstairs, notice they're both gone, and then she'd be like, well, I've always been taught just to stay here. She's just gonna order some food and, just kind of sit and wait, and hopefully somebody will come back. And if not, she'll follow after.
All right.
I mean, at this point, Aeson is heading back to the inn because nobody wanted his help, and he's sad. And he has troubling news.
All right, give me a quick 1d4. I feel like they wouldn't be absolutely perfect. All right, so it'll take you probably about another hour from her waking up to get back to the inn from there. So we got probably about an hour of looking around. What would you like to do in that hour, Ed? Or would she leave probably about that hour?
So she would probably, after she was done eating, realize that she's, not doing much here, so she'd go out with her viola in hand to see what she could do to help, like, raise the spirits of the people, or, like, maybe raise the spirit of some kids. She's looking for someone to, like, help feel better. You know what I mean? Like, in any way she can.
Give me a quick investigation check.
What? Okay. I have a +6 just for everyone to know.
+6, so altogether that was a 7.
Which is a natural 1.
Natural 1. You're going to kind of wander, look around, and blink as you realize you've walked out the front gate.
Oh! Man, she really zoned out. She's gonna be like,
So that's about
oops.
an hour of walking, by the way.
Oh!
From, like, the very back close to Dan in the royal section all the way to the front gate. So, yeah.
I zoned out.
So
she has a lot on her mind, to be fair, about her mother, so that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'd say probably about an hour later, not rodeo. Probably about an hour later, Aeson, you would show up at the inn and kind of look around for Maggie, and you'll find that the rooms are vacant.
She must have gone out and about. No sign of Charity either. What about the boy?
No, he is still asleep.
He sort of like scratch his head like I'm doing right now in real life. Like, Yeah, I guess we'll go out for a stroll, see if anything, see if the thing you went shopping for the day before is ready yet.
Okay. All right. So, can I come from you then? So you'll be going out of the inn to the right, and going out of the inn and straight. We'll meet up with Charity just down the way, just around the corner. Kind of with this gentleman pulling things from the house. Now you pulled an 18, so you were able to pull some pretty significant things. You got most of their clothes out from a dresser that had been kind of pinned down. You were able to kind of lift it to the point where he could kind of get into the kitchen-like area and get a few bowls, some fresh water, and like a leather skin, like a water skin. Just the essentials of the house. But kind of looking through it, you realize this place it's done for. It's going to need a whole new foundation made. Every beam that could be holding it up is just pretty much broken, and it was pretty bad.
We should be grateful at least that we could pull as much as we could from the house, right?
Yeah, that's true. Guess we're moving away.
Do you not have a place to stay while you're rebuilding?
No money to rebuild.
Ah.
Personalized homes aren't part of the city's rebuild policy. If you own a home and it was considered damaged, they're not paying for it.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm surprised the town doesn't have anything set up to help.
I don't know. I'm sure they're probably working on it once the king's been instated, but so far nothing. Till then, though, and until we kind of get any word from that, it looks like we're heading out to Wellington.
That's a fairly long journey.
Yeah, we'd go to Hazel, but the 5-year thing, it's been, yeah.
Are you going to be... Do you have other people to travel with to Wellington?
I have my son and my mother. My son's currently at a low-end school.
Are there any other families going with you, or are you planning on going alone?
Currently, we're looking into prices of a caravan, but if that doesn't work out, we'll be going alone.
Okay. I'll see if there's something I can do to find someone who might be traveling that way. Safety in numbers,
Yeah. Well, thanks for helping me. I'm sorry I don't have any gold.
I don't expect anything. I'm happy that I could help at least a little. I wish that I could walk with you there, but I'm actually headed up to Hazel next.
I'll be careful.
I have a wonderful group to travel with.
I don't know. When it comes to demons, you don't want to play around with them, I guess.
I have the faith of my God behind me.
All right. Thank you again.
Of course. Have a safe journey.
You too. And with that, he'll kind of pack up what they could save and walk down the road.
Alright, after that, she'll probably try to find everyone else.
Give me a quick investigation check.
I've been doing good with these tonight. Please don't screw up now.
I was about to say, don't jinx it.
You done
Yeah.
jinxed it.
Yeah, I was about to say, you.
That's a 7. Well, I'd say even with the 7, you did know that Aeson had been talking about getting a piece of armor So, kind of stopping by the blacksmith, the one that he had ordered from. I wouldn't say that it'd take you too long until he would probably find his way there. 15, 20 minutes of standing, and then he'd come around the corner.
Aeson.
Aeson will turn and look to Charity. Does he have his thing with him? His new thing?
Yeah, I'd say you would have picked it up by now.
Yeah, so then Aeson's holding probably a big case with something in it. He goes, "Oh, Charity, good morning. I went looking for you at the tavern in this morning, but I think I was up before everyone else."
Oh, I apologize. I went to go see if there's anything I could do in town.
I did as well, but nobody seemed to accept my help.
The main place everyone needs help is rebuilding, more so than anything else, as I was told.
I saw many people and I asked, but it seems they didn't want help from me. Probably because they don't want to be assuming on nobility or something. And
They're probably worried about inferring your wrath for asking such petty things.
Anyway, I heard some troubling news from the new king of Krokka this morning. Apparently, the royal family of Truma has been murdered by a werewolf.
My Aphrodite, that's horrible.
All but the youngest daughter.
Thank God one survived.
Yes, but it's not normal to see werewolf attacks, especially in cities like that.
Definitely something that hopefully they'll be looking into.
The world's getting stranger and stranger every day. Giant goo monsters, werewolf attacks. We gotta find out what's going on.
Certainly. It's got to have something to do with this insanely odd quest.
Right. It must. So, I mean, the sooner we can leave, the better. But I haven't seen Edmund, and I went back to the inn, and Maggie must have wandered somewhere. So, it's just you and I.
Well, let's find young... Oh. Right, he's not so young anymore. I suppose he can take care of himself. Let's go find Maggie, and then we'll look for Edmund.
I didn't check Edmund's room. I didn't want to impose. I don't know him, so let's go. I can learn more about you on the way. I'm sure you must be great company if Maggie stuck with you and you were able to stick with her for so long.
You make it sound like she's an issue.
She's not, but she certainly has a flair about her.
Oh, she is.
Hey. Thanks, guys. Jeez.
I said you have a flair about you. That's a compliment.
Pouts.
She certainly is fun to be around.
Yes, she is.
So, I will say this. As you guys kind of conversate, walking, because you're about midway through town. She would probably be on her way back. So, I'd say about another 5 minutes, and Maggie would kind of peek around the corner, walking through the main road.
Okay, so I see them, or they see me.
Yeah, you're probably about 40 feet-ish away from them, kind of in between a few people.
I think she'd probably notice Aeson because he towers over people, and then Charity with her horn. And she would be like, Charity! Aeson! And she's gonna like jump and wave her arm a little bit. And then she's gonna start like, coming towards them a little bit quicker.
Maggie! And Charity's gonna run.
Aeson will smile, and he won't run, but he'll quicken his pace a little bit.
Maggie will hug Charity tightly. I accidentally wandered outside the gates. And she's gonna look a little
Charity
embarrassed.
wants to pick her up and spin her around.
Okay.
Aeson's just laughing slightly as he approaches.
How do you always manage to lose yourself?
She shrugs. I honestly, I just lose myself in my thoughts. I've done that since I was young. I mean, younger,
Internet.
She has a rare love of life.
She'll smile at Aeson. It was
Have
a nice
you-
walk. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay, you go.
She was like, it was a nice walk, though.
Good. Have you seen Edmund?
To be honest with you, no, I haven't. Where is he?
Young boy, he still might be sleeping.
That's very true, but
Oh, back to the inn then to see if he is indeed still asleep.
probably be the best, to start.
I have a question. Does Aeson know that Charity has that paper?
Yeah, it was given to her during their ceremony. I think it was announced as well. So,
Charity, when we get back to the inn, might I borrow one of those pieces of paper from you?
Yeah, sure.
I want to write a letter to the daughter of Truma.
Of course.
Maggie will raise an eyebrow. Not in like she's jealous, but just like in what's going on. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. I heard news from Sir Dan Brimsworth this morning that the whole royal family, minus the youngest daughter in Truma, was murdered by a werewolf.
Maggie will put her hand over her mouth and gasp and be like, "Oh, that's terrible."
Indeed it is, and I want to offer my condolences and whatever I can.
I would like to too, but I don't want to waste any more of Charity's paper, so I'll
You can
sign.
write on mine.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, we can always, since we know where she should be, right? Unless she's been moved from the palace.
I'm sure the letter will find its way to her.
Well, I was going to suggest we could buy regular paper.
That's true. We could. That would. This is very special paper, Aeson. I think we should probably just send it normally.
I was hoping to keep this thing so that we could communicate with the other members of, well, your party and one of our members. I mean, I suppose we're all one group now, but so we can keep in contact.
Yes, that's true. I get ahead of myself in my thinking sometimes.
It's alright, love. It's okay. I do too.
My heart just breaks for them.
It is quite awful, yeah. Come, let's go find some paper and then head back to the inn. Give him as much sleep as he needs.
Yeah, he went through a lot of years of growing in a little bit of time. And she's gonna start walking towards the inn again.
Aeson will raise an eyebrow, but shrug and just follow.
that's right, because Aeson hasn't been filled in that he's actually a child.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Forgot about that.
Maybe it's just a figure of speech. Maybe they just meant he went through a lot of emotional stuff because of everything that's been going on. That's what Aeson's like. What are they talking about?
Who knows at this point? I will say this. As you guys are kind of walking through town, something will have been set up within the past 20 minutes that's really going to get your attention.
Uh-oh.
It is a sign. And as you're walking down the street, there's like several. But they're really only small enough that you can read once you get to about 4 or 5 feet away from it. And the first sign says, "Do you like magic?" ?
Do we like pancakes? Yeah, we like pancakes. I'm sorry, I had to.
4 or 5 steps forward, and it goes, "Do you like fun?" 3 or 4 more steps more. If you like both of those, you'd like my shop. 4 more, and it goes, "You can stop here." At it kind of discloses a location, and it says, Don't worry, it'll be in a magical... it says, do not worry, it will be a magical experience.
Interesting. I don't remember these signs when I left, but...
This is weird, even for our standards. And she's like leaning into Charity when she says that.
Well, I suppose we find the boy. He seems to enjoy magic. Maybe this will be a fun place to take him.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
It just seems odd that it feels like it's targeted towards us in a weird way, and she's just gonna look uneasy.
It was probably just a poor choice of marketing.
I mean, as you're looking around, this is the main road.
Oh, okay, fair. That's just Maggie's thinking. She's paranoid right now. Poor thing.
They're just like wooden like tilted teepees like they do for like the wet signs at like restaurants.
Oh God.
So you can like walk by them and anybody can read them. They're just open there for the public. It's not like directed at anybody. It's pretty much just anybody walking through town can be like, oh, they're talking to me.
Oh, okay. So Maggie's just being paranoid. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
What's the plan? We were going to head and get Edmund and then to the shop to check it out, or skip the shop completely because it's creepy.
Well, I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Aeson he's not sure. He knows that they have a time frame and they need to get stuff done. They need to go find out the pieces for the cure of this sickness, and they need to go find these other things that Tristan asked them to go find. And
Maggie's trying to just take it step by step right now because she's learned from the last time that if she just rushes full-headed in, she might step on people she cares about. So she's trying to take it step by step and like being like, okay, then we're gonna do this first, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, and then she's like, and then it'll be fine. She's just, taking it, like I said, step by step. So she's just like, okay, let's find Edmund first, and then we'll go from there.
You know what, though? Aeson will say something out loud because he likes to think out loud.
Yeah, he does.
He will say, I guess since Tristan is back, I don't need to do that duel anymore, so we can get out of town.
Maggie's going to blank. Say what?
Oh, some gentleman named Pembroke challenged me to a duel so he could become the High King, but...
Charity, because she's traveled with me so much, I think she would notice that Maggie's about to flip shit. She's like inhaling to scream, what? I don't know if Charity would stop her.
Charity would definitely interject and try to like put her hand on Charity's shoulder. On
Charity.
It's your fault. You're the one who got here late, so I'm tired, okay? Charity's just gonna smile, put a hand on Maggie's shoulder, and look at Aeson and just say, I am very glad to hear that Pembroke is alive. And just smile and look at Maggie.
Oh, yes, he did. He was the one who gave me the horn for you.
I was quite curious about how you got it. But yes, I did suppose that you had seen him.
I was looking forward to that duel.
Well, perhaps
Maggie,
you should still.
Maggie is like she's shaking a little bit because she's trying to keep herself calm.
Aeson's going to put a hand on her shoulder. It wasn't to the death or anything. It was just for honor.
Don't trust him at all. I don't trust him.
He seems trustworthy to me, but if you say so, then maybe I should re-examine my thoughts.
Sweetheart, no offense, but you trust anyone.
Not true. I did not trust Sir Van Duskin.
She's going to raise an eyebrow.
He's some one of the local nobility here who fancies himself a famous playwright and actor, and he's awful. He also spoke very, very negatively towards Mila, which I had to interject.
Maggie's eyes will narrow.
I didn't like him. But let's find Edmund.
Maggie's gonna kind of glare at Aeson as they walk away.
All right. So, kind of walking down through town, you guys will eventually make your way to the inn. Heading upstairs, of course, you will find that doesn't look like anybody has moved the room or anything like that. So, he could pretty much still be in there. No telling.
Well, I'll allow you guys to wake him up as he doesn't know me, so...
Kill you.
Maggie is going to take that as she walks up the stairs. As he was saying this, she was walking up the stairs already.
Okay.
Aeson will go to his room and start putting his armor on. He wants to see how it fits.
All right.
Maggie will go to his room and knock on the door. Edmund!
Roll me a perception check.
That's not good.
I know, I'm worried now.
Now roll
That's
the
a good
dexterity
roll.
save.
16.
So you'll notice perceivably that you'll hear a like. You ever used a fire extinguisher?
Yes, I have.
So you kind of hear a very similar sound to that, and you'll see the door visibly get colder. It's visibly going to gather some ice as you see it kind of creep in between the cracks and then stop.
Edmund? She's gonna get really worried. Edmund, open the...
I'm sleeping.
Edmund, it's
And
time to...
you'll hear him flip over in the bed.
Is the door unlocked?
I'm going to try to open the door.
You will find the handle is fastened closed and cold as ice.
I want to kick the door in so badly, but I don't want to damage their property. Checking my spell list.
I'm doing that right now, too. I'm going to do Dispel Magic.
Dispel magic?
Dispel.
Let's see. Dispel magic. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. It does say one creature or object. But do you have to see... Well, I guess there is creeping ice in the center of it. So yeah, you'll be able to kind of flick it and the ice will go away.
And she's going to open the door. Edmund, it's get up time. Let's go. And she's going to go over to the bed and rip his blankets off.
Charlie will walk over and tickle him.
So you'll tickle him?
Yep.
Oh no.
Time to get up.
So if he does get tickled, he's going to laugh. He's going to sit up quickly. And you're going to see that he's going to start burning cinders into the mattress from one of his left hand, I think.
She'll stop.
He's not angry at any point. It just seems to be a reflex of sorts.
Yeah, like an emotional response.
Yeah. Now I have to roll something.
Oh no. Hit the deck, Charity, hit the deck.
10. So add that to his counter meter. Okay. Charity, could you do me a favor and roll me a 1d20?
Oh no.
This ain't
17.
it. Hell yeah.
Nice. Okay, so he's 10 points away from a wild magic surge.
Okay.
I hope my girlfriend could counterspell.
Shifts its seat awkwardly.
I'm also going to cast Mending on the bed sheets.
All right, so yeah, I mean he'll be up, he'll laugh, but then he'll kind of give a scowl and just kind of look around and kind of like shoo you because like he's in his boxers, honestly, and he's embarrassed.
Charity will just smile with her hands on her hips and then turn and walk out the door.
Maggie's going to look at Edmund and be like, "We'll be downstairs. I'll get your breakfast ready." And she'll leave.
Not a kid anymore. He's going to call back.
I don't care.
You'll always be our baby.
I wish somebody would get me my breakfast ready.
Well, maybe if you weren't such an early bird, maybe I would.
You have not unlocked the wife package yet. Got it?
So Edmund, he'll get up, he'll get dressed. Of course, you'll definitely hear the slamming of the door, and then hell freezing over again as he freezes the door, so that he can get dressed.
Maggie, when he's slamming things, will roll her eyes as she's like ordering his food, and she's gonna tell the bartender, be like, not the tavern owner, whatever. She's gonna be like, "I'm sorry for him. He's interesting."
Meanwhile, Charity's in the background screaming up the stairs, "Young man, don't you dare slam your doors!"
I'm loving this dynamic so much right now.
It's fine.
Aeson's gonna come downstairs in his armor. He's gonna be like strutting, looking happy. He's like, "Yeah, feels good."
So coming downstairs, you'll see Maggie, and she's just sitting there talking with Scoob, and he's kind of pushing over a drink to her.
Yep. So Aeson will stroll up to Maggie, and he'll see Scoob, and he'll be like, "Oh, how's it going, Scoob?" And he'll reach out a hand.
It's all right, and he'll like shake your hand back. Gonna have to deal with some issues though. Oh, well, Bravul around this time of year, they usually sell a certain special bottle of liquor, and the borders are closed, so I can't get a shipment.
Why are their borders closed?
There was apparently some type of treason, some type of attack, and they closed down. Shut everything off.
Everything's going to hell in a handbasket.
No way.
I'll say.
Scoob, do you perhaps have a piece of paper and a quill I can borrow?
Yeah, what you need it for?
I need to get a letter out to Truma.
Sure. He'll kind of reach underneath the table, pull out a few pages, and pull up a quill for you real quick. It's not going to be the greatest quill. It's going to be frayed at the end, a little nasty looking, a little dirty.
It'll do.
Yeah. Coming down the steps, Edmund will be in full garb. He'll have his wand in his hand, and pretty interesting.
Maggie will go over and hand him his food, and then like ruffle his hair a little bit and be like, "Good morning."
Well, here's the funny thing. He's wearing a hat. Very particular, familiar hat.
Oh no.
Very familiar hat. As roll me a quick perception.
That's a 4.
Okay, so you probably won't notice it. I will give Charity a chance to kind of look, because it's going to be strikingly familiar.
12.
You will notice this as Sebastian's wizard hat sitting atop his head.
Edmund,
Take it off his head, take it off his head, take it off his head.
Yeah.
where did you get that?
I found it in my bag of things that he politely left behind.
Right. Why are you wearing it?
So I'm a wizard, and a wizard needs a hat.
Would you like us to get you your own hat?
Why I have this one?
Well, it would be... Alright, if you like that one, you may wear that one.
It looks good on him.
I was wondering if she connects the dots after a little bit.
What do you mean?
Like she sees Charity's reaction, and then she looks at the hat, and then she thinks about it for a second, and then she's like, "Oh," you know what I mean? Kind of like that situation.
Do me we'll make it a DC 15. Do me an intelligence roll. Just straight intelligence roll.
No.
No, unfortunately you're not gonna put it together.
Okay. All right. Well, she's just gonna be like, "I see nothing," and then she's gonna like, it's like that moment where you're like, you can't put your finger on it, but it's something off. That's what
Yeah.
Maggie's going through right now. She's like, She's gonna look at it and be like, I don't know
So
about
she's
that.
really contemplating on this hat, right?
Yeah.
Give me another quick perception check.
Can I roll above? Okay.
That's a 10.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay, so you're gonna use lucky.
Yes.
That's an 18. That hat is moving.
She's gonna instantly take it off his head.
All right, roll me. So that would be. I guess that's. Roll me a dex check. We'll do a dex thing.
So straight up dex or saving throw?
Yeah, because he's gonna duck as soon as you like reach for it. So this is kind of like a.
Would it be acrobatics?
He could choose acrobatics or it could. It's athletics or acrobatics, and since it's not really like a strength thing, she's just trying to grab it quickly because it's just small fabric. I'm just gonna make it like a dex thing. If you want to go straight grapple rules, we can do a strength check.
No, I'm not trying to grapple him. I just so it's just a straight up dex, not saving. I just want to clarify that before I do it. Okay.
Just dex, straight dex roll. He is 1 point off of you. So let's roll through this. You got a dexterity of a 22 with a +3. He rolled a 19 with a +2. So I mean, on the die, you guys are pretty even. It was your bonuses alone that really pushed you over the top for that
Jack of all trades, baby.
Hey, yo.
So as you're sitting there kind of looking at it, it's going to start to move. You're going to reach out, you're going to grab it, you're going to pull it back, and there is this creature sitting on the top of its head. And for a second, it kind of takes you a minute to really narrow it in.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Go ahead.
I know what it is.
You know what it is?
I have a feeling.
Tell me.
I have a feeling.
Sitting on the top of his head is some sort of dragon-like figure.
Oh God.
Its wings are going to be of a butterfly like effect. And it's going to have like a golden kind of hue to it.
Edmund, what is that?
This is Fairview.
What is
And
it's my familiar. I summoned a familiar.
Why is he hiding in your hat?
No, he just sits there. He likes the hat.
I thought it was going to be Snubs' familiar at first.
No.
The one that he let get eaten by a bear.
Oh, that would have been hilarious if his familiar just decided to jump casters.
I mean, they can. They're fey spirits, I believe.
True.
Anyway, that's nuts. Is it a pseudo or is it a fairy?
This is outside of game, not telling you.
Maggie is now going to relax a little bit because she thought the hat was moving, like the hat was something else. So she's going to give it back to him, and she's going to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just, I saw your hat move, and I just, out of instinct, just grab." She's just going to be like, "Sorry." She's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's going to give kind of like a kind of a side smile. Let me take a look here at something. Let me see if you would notice this, because he's going to say something, and it might take you off to the side a bit, because it's going to sound really guttural, very very violent. And it's just going to kind of like roll off, kind of like a low growl. I don't think she's ever dealt with dragons before.
But this Okoro Daruvaki
Is kind of what he's going to have come out of his mouth when he goes back to eat the food that you guys had kind of prepped for him.
Maggie's her eyes are gonna widen, and she's gonna kind of like go behind Aeson a little bit and be like, "What was that?"
What did he say?
So it's literally just going to be flexing. It's like he's saying it, but it's really not meeting the kind of tones immediately. So it's kind of like an early learning, somebody who's just learned the language of Dragonic. It's mostly saying kind of like a mixed tone of, I can't wait to eat, I'm starving.
Aeson will know this because he probably went through the same learning process of Draconic, and he'll respond, doing quite well.
Yeah.
And it's just about then that Aeson will have wrapped up his note. I will read off my letter. I have received the news of what happened to your family, and it pains my heart to hear. I can't imagine the pain and sorrow you must be feeling. If there's anything I can do, please be sure to reach out to the castle in Graydon. Know that if it's something I can do, I will see to it that it's done. Please know you are in my thoughts, and I will speak with my family to see if there's any way we can help to bring the person who did this to justice. Yours truly, Aeson Goldhand.
Okay.
And then I'll turn to Scoob, and I'll be like, Scoob, can you get this letter to the castle at Truma?
Maggie's gonna be like, wait.
Oh,
okay.
yes. And he'll hand it to Maggie so she can do whatever she needs to.
She's gonna add her little bit of it, and it's basically gonna be saying the same thing, but she's gonna be like, I'm really sorry to hear what happened to you, and I hope for the best. I wish I could say I could do the same things as Aeson, but I can't. But I wish you the best of luck, and yeah. And she's gonna sign Maggie, Maggie McCallan, and then she's gonna smile brightly as she puts Goldhand beside it.
Okay. I will say, Rodeo, you will know the daughter, who is roughly 17, Yelena Herpgoth, the surviving member of the family of 2 brothers, 1 father, and...
She's only 17? Oh, no.
And then he'll turn to Scoob, and he'll hand it to him, and he'll be like, can you see this gets to the castle in Truma?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. He'll nod and smile.
So...
Well, we need to arrange transport to wherever we're going next. We haven't decided that yet, so where are we going?
Well, I believe we were headed to Hazel.
What's in Hazel?
Something Edmund wanted to see.
Question for the GM.
Sure.
So Hazel is about, let's see, 90 miles away, so roughly 3 days.
Actually, it's a little less than that, actually.
Oh.
So if you go from the edge to the edge of town, I'd say about 54.6 miles.
So 1 day of a fast-paced travel and 1 day of a normal-paced travel would get us there.
Yeah, or 2 normal paced travels will get you there, rather than 1 fast and half day.
All right. As for the clues we were given for the things we needed to find the cure, was anything that way?
You really weren't given any clues besides just the route, actually.
I thought we were given.
You know that it takes the route, but you don't know the other ingredients that you need. They also know that, so you know that it takes more than 1 ingredient. You know that you have a route, which is one of the ingredients. And you know that there are kind of places that you can go to get the ingredients. because now that you have the root, that's like the only thing that you can really use to make the last of the cures, because it was the rare thing, but you don't have any knowledge of the other ingredients.
Oh, okay. Is there an alchemist in town then?
I
mean, Krokka's a big city.
Let me see if they're even still in town. They may have moved on from, especially after that. They won't want their wares broken, so people might have 63. So yeah, there's 2 left in town. After the commotion and the rebuilding, when people are pulling out hammers and ladders and axes and stones, most of the vendors are kind of taking this as their chance to kind of get out of town after the event. So it's kind of thinning out as far as stores are going. It's not as big as a plethora as it was, I should say. Kind of coming around in town, you remember seeing that there was still a stall just before you guys hit the inn that still seemed to be kind of selling ingredients. Now you don't know if that means that he also has knowledge of what goes in or how to make them, or if he's just like a secondhand salesman.
Oh, we can always hope.
Yeah.
So Hazel's only a couple days away. I suppose if there's something in Hazel for Edmund, we should go, but we should go quick because we know that Maggie's mother is on a timetable that we must meet.
Maggie will look down.
And just to get to where we need to go, I heard that she was, this is out of character, we heard that she had gone to Eris, right?
Yeah, so her and her folks are currently in Eris. They were in Dalesville. They moved from Dalesville to Eris. They, from what Maggie had heard, had donated most of their currency to the kingdom in order to keep things running and keeping people happy and fed and have water.
As they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the problem is they said she has 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And from Hazel, it is
300, almost 340.
So
miles.
let me get my calculator out.
So if you guys move a max of 25 miles,
30 per day if we move. That's at a fast
Unless
pace.
we bought a cart.
it would be 13.6 days.
That's at a fast pace though. If you do the regular standard pace, it's 14.5.
Now, if you guys were to do, so if we go with a basis of 20 miles per day, double that because you're in a cart, so that's 40. So that's 340 divided by 40. If you guys were to purchase a cart, what? How is that?
8.5 days
Yeah, 8.5.
in
Yeah.
1 day, and 1 day to Hazel.
Yeah. So if you look into potentially getting a cart again, you might be able to make both with time to spare.
Yeah, but that's if she gets the maximum of 2 weeks.
That's also if you can make it through the desert safely, if you don't get lost, if the cart doesn't get broken or damaged, if you guys don't get run into trouble. People have been known to get lost in that desert. I know Maggie would know that even living there for most of her life, even in an oasis, it's not hard to get lost.
So Aeson will bring that up, though. He'll bring that up to Charity and be like, is there any way we can go to Hazel after we figure out and get the cure to Maggie's mother? Whatever's in Hazel
What's
will
happened
still...
to Maggie's mother?
She has Priscilla's flower poisoning.
Maggie's looking at the table and she's trying to keep herself calm.
This is not good. We did promise Edmund that we'd go to Hazel next.
But whatever's in Hazel can wait and will still be there. Maggie's mother might not.
That's a good point.
Maggie's going to tear up at that.
I mean, maybe. I do know that I don't think anybody knows what's waiting at Hazel. But it's a fair statement to think immediately.
I mean, if he's been waiting that long to go to Hazel, another week or so won't stop it. But we know the timetable of what's going on in Eris. And we also don't know how long it takes to brew the cure.
You'll have to talk to him. Let him know that this is the new plan. It'll probably end up with him wanting to go on his own.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. You can't help any of this. We have to go to Eris.
Aeson will nod, and he will. I guess he'll approach. Edmund.
Okay. He'll kind of be just kind of sitting over his bowl of oats and reading. It looks like BM's magic book of some sorts. Just kind of making scribbles with a quill and a little bit of ink at the side.
Hello, Edmund. It's nice to meet you. What are you writing there?
Arcana. Do you know Arcana?
Not very well, but
Then no.
Figure it's polite to ask.
Do you cast any magic?
Not so much, but it's always been something that's interested me.
I think explaining it would make much sense to you. It's
Probably
formative.
not. I'm not very bright.
What can I do for you?
So, Charity and Maggie tell me that you were all supposed to go to Hazel together.
Yes.
Something has come up where Maggie's mother is sick with a poisoning that will kill her in 2 weeks. At the very longest. And so she's been infected, I believe, with the Priscillus flower poisoning.
Okay.
And we have the last piece of we have one of the main pieces of the cure that there are none left of in our possession.
Piece.
The root.
Okay, well that's the hardest one.
Do you know all the pieces needed?
I know some of them.
But anyway, the reason I ask you is because they told me that they had promised to take you to Hazel, but we are on a timetable to get to Eris and get this cure to her. Can we take you there after?
As long as you take me there after. I've already made this deal kind of once.
Well, I promise that nothing else will come in that way.
No offense. It doesn't really mean much coming from me.
I'm sure it doesn't, but many people know me as a man of my word.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're a man. And he closes his book and he walks out.
All right, so Aeson will go back to the group. Well, he said as long as we take him to Hazel afterwards, then it's fine. But then he also said something about me being a man, so my word means nothing.
He's not very trusting. Maggie's going to look very guilty right now.
Don't. It's nothing you could have done, Maggie.
No, but never mind. She'll just smile a little bit, and then she'll be like, I'm gonna go get my things together. And she's gonna quickly, without, saying much else, and she's gonna trot up the stairs to go pack.
Okay.
One of us should arrange for transportation, and the other should go to an alchemist or a healer or anybody and see if we can find out what else we need for this cure. Aeson will say to Charity.
I shall go look for the cart and horse.
strange as can be, if nothing else weirdly has happened today, if nothing else coincidentally has happened today, about the time that you mentioned the components for the rest of the secure, your sending stone that you were given, not the one from your father, but the one that you guys were given between the two of you, both the groups, to contact each other. It's going to go off. And it's going to glow like a fluorescent green.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Sorry, I had to.
It's more like a wow, wow, wow.
So who has this stone?
You do.
Oh,
No, he's got his brooch.
Oh,
But you
okay.
guys were also given a sending stone in which to communicate with the other group, as well as papers.
I think that was Charity because I don't have it on my list.
Because I know Tristan gave you guys the sending stones.
Oh, so we all have it. Okay, sorry. My misunderstanding. I need to add that to my list. Hold on.
No. Each group has one.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, that's a lot of sending stones.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have it.
Yeah.
So Charity would probably pull it out and try to figure out how to read the message.
What are your languages?
Let's see.
Scroll throws out scroll and it goes on for miles.
There you go. Common, Infernal, Elven, and Orc.
Orc. Nice touch.
It's gonna be kind of a language that you find familiar. No. Okay, so it is what I think it is. So immediately, it's going to stand out that this is an Elven letter. It is written in Elven. First, it's going to start off with at the very top. It's going to say Aeson. This is going to be marked in Elven Lynn. I think you had met her, briefly spoke to her, you guys party for a night. So this is somebody from the group that you guys had just met. Urgent. Cure is incomplete. 2 components missing. Dragon's heart. Blood of a human. 4K years. Valuable targets of note. Mother Kit and Father Fox. Zachariah is back. Seen better days. Heading to Ravul soon. Treat Maggie well and stay safe out there. Lynn. Yeah.
She wouldn't have read past Aeson and would have handed it over to him. So that's for you to figure out.
Can you read that again for me, please, so I can write this down?
Sure. Let me do this. Copy. Push this here. Move here. Group 1 info chat. Drop. Post. Ploop. Ploop. So it reads urgent. Cure incomplete. 2 components missing. Dragon heart and blood of a human 4K plus years. Valuable targets of note. Mother Kit and Father Fox. Zachariah is back. Has seen better days. Heading to Bravul soon.
So that's from Lynn.
Yes.
So let's see. Aeson will send one back.
Okay, so you'll kind of go to resend. No, like I explained to her, you're gonna need to, in order to reply, you're gonna need to set it down on something. A magical kind of fluorescent green scroll will pop up, and kind of sitting beside it in kind of like a hovering state. You'll pull this magical quill, and you'll be able to kind of write that way. Would you like to share this with everyone, or would you like to keep this secret as well?
I'll share it. It says, Lynn, to find these, I must find Mother Kit and Father Fox. Give Zachariah my love. Take care of everyone. Heading to Eris. If you don't hear from me, not good. Aeson.
All right.
And I'll send that back.
Do you want to share any of the information with the party once you get back?
Yes, I will share everything.
Okay.
Maggie
So-
hasn't come back downstairs, by the way. I'm just leaving that to note.
Yeah.
Well, then Aeson will go up to find her after he shared. Well, I mean, I guess Charity at this point would probably be out looking for a cart.
I think Charity's still there at the inn, isn't she?
Is she?
Yeah, Charity probably would have waited for everyone else to decide on where everyone else is going. But, yeah. So she'll be waiting for you to get back.
Oh, then he'll share the information with you and say, looks like we have some people to find. I don't know how we'll find a dragon's heart or the blood of a humanoid of 4,000 years. I mean,
Would the name Father Fox strike a chord of memory for Charity?
Yes, definitely, considering that's what Everett split from the party to go deal with, so... Yes. Father Fox, Mother Kit, yes. So, yeah, well, that's quite interesting. We were going to try to look for them a while ago. It's not the safest thing for us to be doing.
when is it ever? I mean,
that's a fair point.
I mean, we could. I feel bad saying this, but we do know where a dragon's heart is.
Would I have any idea?
Somewhere nearby here, wherever Zachariah buried her.
I don't think you guys were ever informed where he buried her.
We weren't, but we could search.
You could.
Charity will go do it. She's a
But-
good person, but she's dead. She's not using it. She's had her last rites. The body is now part of the earth and to be used for what the earth needs. And right now, the earth needs a cure. So,
Yep. So Aeson will have said that to Charity, and he'll say we should go out and find it. I've fought a dragon once already, and it didn't go very well.
then we should get looking. We should leave Edmund and Maggie here. You may stay here as well if you wish, if you don't want to deal with this. I'm happy to do it alone.
No, I'll do it with you because if Zachariah finds out, I don't want you to be the sole one to blame.
All right, guys. I think that is a perfect place to end it for the night. Hi everybody, I'm Corey. I'm the Dungeon Master from Opportunity Roll. I just want to say, if you haven't already, please subscribe to iTunes, Podbean, or Google Play for us. It really helps us out, and it really puts us out there for those who haven't seen us. If you have any questions, don't forget to email us to opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. And if you want to come and check out some more of our stuff, I know we have a YouTube. We're planning on putting a few more things together. I think we have some works, maybe some talks about an animated video that we might put up there sometime within the next year or so. It's going to be a lengthy process, but it'll be fun to see kind of what we can put together on our own. Until then, guys, thanks for listening so much, and remember to keep your opportunities open.